Saturday night, just chilling, getting ready to mix this candy paint. Let me double check on the sound real quick for you guys. Make sure we're all connected. All right, so it looks cool. It looks cool right here. Just check my little iPad right here as my monitor. So I was just hanging out. I've been doing a lot of thinking regarding the paint of the model, and I've made my decision that I'm going to be adding some candy paint in pink. And let's see here. So over here we have our House of Kolor Candy Concentrate, KK18 Pink. Let me get it close up here so you guys can see this. I've had this for quite a while now, maybe a year, I want to say. It's pretty thick, so we're gonna see if we could bring this back to life. It's been sitting like this for a minute, but I'm kind of letting it roll around. Let's see, trying to find its way. Look how it rolls. So yeah, we got that right there. We got this Tamiya jar. It's one of my to-go-tos that I tend to use all the time right here. And the next thing we have here is an important component right here. The SG100 Intercoat Clear by House of Kolor. So when I bought this Intercoat, it came in a plastic bottle. And I decided, I bought this can over at Lowe's, decided to pour it in here instead. And then I took out the label and I just put the label here. This way I know what's in here. Let's see what else. So I got my gloves already. I covered up the table with the FBS masking. Let me show you. That's this product right here, the Pro Mask masking system. Just in case if there's any spills or anything, and makes it a lot easier to clean up and just tear it down and throw the whole thing out. Um, some sticks, some mixing sticks right here. Well, they're like popsicle sticks, I guess we call them. And I'm kind of curious to, get in there, probably to scoop some of this stuff up because it feels like it's dry in there, thick. And we also have this piece right here, this Ines Iwata can opener right there. It almost looks like I don't even use it at all. But yeah, we're gonna be using this, to open up the can right here. And I also have my mask as well. I got it in the plastic bag. I'm gonna be rocking my mask while I do some of the mixing. Let's see what else. And then I have these, brought these over just if I want to speed up the process and I want to kind of dip this in here and scoop up some of this SG100 and just pour it in. That's another option. I could use pipettes, but that's gonna take some time for sure if I go that route. Um, I mean, I could do that. It'd probably be nice. You know, going about it clean, probably get it a little bit more accurate. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel right now. What else? So yeah, I feel like I have everything here. I'm gonna show you guys one that I had mixed before. But before I get started, let me say what's up. Let me go on the chat real quick. Uh, Shout outs to Paint Maverick, Slowly Models, Katsu. What's up, man? I'm looking forward to Tuesday to do the podcast with you, man. That's awesome. And then let's see. Yeah, it does, right? It does look hard. Look at it. It's just chilling. I mean, it looks shiny inside, but it's crazy. Like it was all flat, and I left, and it is starting to move, but it is quite. Hey, what up, Ivan? Little Shop of Models. What's up, man? How you doing? So this is a blue candy that I had mixed a while back, maybe like 5, 6 months ago or so. And before I brought it on here, I shook it up, so it's all been agitated already. And let's see. Yeah, I wish I had another light just to kind of show the somewhat of the transparency on there. Uh, but yeah, I for this, if you go to like Coast Airbrush's website, they will have some information regarding their. If you go to the ready to spray candies, their mixing ratio, it's like 8:1. Yo, what's up, Chester? Bullet 87, what's up, man? And so they have that mixing ratio. One time I purchased one of those candy concentrate ready to spray, and let me see, let me bring out that bottle. I bought this one, a teal candy from them. This is the way it was shipped to me. Well, not in this bottle actually. I swapped it into this because I even had to peel the thing. This is like their old school bottles that they used to keep their paint in. But in here they added these little stickers here. So this is ready to spray pre-reduced 101. So pretty much what it is, the mixing ratio of 8:1 is you mix 8 parts of the inner coat clear, and then to 1 part of candy. And then once you have that mixed in, then that combination, you do a 1:1 with the reducer. Oh, let me bring that out. I didn't even bring that one out. So this is my reducer right here. Damn, look at that. Sorry. So there you go. Medium reducer. So then this combined with this will be my 1:1, you know? And then at the end, um, if this works well, hopefully I'll have something that will match this but in pink, you know. Um, so I mean this one's nice. It does the job. You know, I've already used it. I sprayed a model with it. Um, it shot out good out of the bottle. Before, when I used to mix my candy, I was using a different ratio, and sometimes I was it was just too thick. The SG100 was too thick. There wasn't enough reducer that I was putting in there. So when I would use my HPCS airbrush to spray, it wasn't coming out well. You know, I was having some issues. But when I did this mix, the 8:1, I actually sprayed that really smooth. You know, even when I did this one, it was spraying out smooth. Even though I didn't mix it, the people over at Coast Airbrush did, and yeah, it worked well. So this I've been telling you guys that next week it's gonna be an interesting week for me because I'm gonna have the week off for my day job. So I'm gonna try to have a productive week. Monday, I got to go get some blood work done with the doctor, and then I am at Kaiser, and then from there I'm gonna head over to Micro Center over there in what's the city? I know it's like in Anaheim, like Orange County area. Can't even think of the name right now. And my thought was, all right, if this doesn't work, and this is why I'm bringing it up. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna go to a computer store. Yeah, Tustin. Thank you, bro. Tustin, California. And if this does not work tonight, then I'm gonna have to go to Coast Airbrush and buy a 1 ounce of pink, like a fresh batch, right? And redo this whole thing again, right? If this works, then we're gonna roll with this. That's cool. Um, I'll put in an order with them for some candy, like online or whatever. But just in case, if not, then I'm gonna have to go over there and pick some candy up. But then again, too, if I end up finding something at Micro Center, like some equipment, and I'm taking off, I'm not gonna go to I'm just gonna come straight home because I don't want to risk parking my car in a parking lot with the computer PC stuff in there and then have something happen. No, I don't want to risk it. Before we get started, too, guys, I wanted to share with you guys this catalog right here. Check this out, the House of Kolor. Look at that in gold, pretty neat. I picked this up at Coast Airbrush too. It's the let's see, what version is this? A version 2, 1.1, 18, and this one here. Let's see. Let's bust this out real quick, guys. So the thing I like about this catalog is the layout, right? So when you get started with it, you got obviously your table of contents, and then starts to kind of break down temperatures if you're using spray guns and all that. And I mean we're using airbrushes, a lot of the mixing details, they get into all that right here, from the down to the sealers, base coats, candies, clear coat. And I just love, like if one day if you guys get this catalog, I highly recommend it. You can always just kind of sit back and look at it. They talk about like the reducers, the wax and grease removers, um, you know, post sanding, cosmic clear. A lot of this stuff, I mean, we're not really going to be using it with the model car stuff, but it's good to know in case if you ever had to paint something bigger than a model car, but also kind of learn about the products that they also offer. And once you start getting towards the middle, you start to see like, oh, okay, I'm getting into familiar grounds where this is kind of like the things that I'm could use with my models. So you got like the shimmering two solid base coats, jet black and bright white. That's definitely a must to have in the collection, in the arsenal to use with your models. This one here, the Orion Silver Max base coat, another one right there, and it just breaks it down, the ratio. I always go back and I was like, oh man, you know what? I mixed it wrong the last time when I was on here live. I did 1-to-1, 1 part Orion Silver Max to 1 part reducer. I mean, it sprayed, it worked well, but right here it's telling me like 2 parts to one, you know. And next time I'll do it, but it's all good. I mean, nothing crazy happened. It's pretty forgiving. Over here we got like solid graphic colors as well, and it's just very informative. There's a lot of cool little neat things here. Candy base coats. We start getting into the urethane candies. Also, let's see what else we have here. Limited edition factory packs. And then these are like the classic colors right here. KBC and the PVC. These are probably by far like my favorite right here. The pearls. This is like, I always like reading this, going on the website, looking up the colors and all that. So yeah, this is a really nice book. And then ice pearls, the flake. Towards the end, you start getting into chameleon colors, marbleizer. Let's see what else. They're striping, lettering, enamel as well. And then towards the end, we start getting into the good stuff here as well, which is like the urethane show clear. This is what I use on my model cars. A lot of people have been using this on their model cars, and I mean, dang, this stuff's really good. I'm always happy with the outcome of it. And then they also have acrylic urethane clear as well. There was a time that I was using that UC35 in the beginning. I have an old video on here on our YouTube channel where I'm using the UC35, and that was before I started using obviously this. Um, I think I had just read somewhere like this was more for like developed for like cars, like when, and I don't know, for some reason I just thought like, oh, maybe it was too hot or something, like it was gonna damage my model, but it didn't. And then I met other people that were using it, and it worked good. This is a product I've never used, the Rocket Clear. I have seen it being sold, but I've never tried it. Maybe one day I'll try it. And also the same with the Flat Clear. I've never tried their Flat Clear before. At some point I think I would use the Flat Clear if I'm doing, maybe a JDM car, something different that I don't want a gloss finish. Info regarding the inner coat, which is this product here, the SG100. And as you see right here, SG100 inner coat as well. And yeah, there's just a lot of cool information here that you can use. The inner coat being used with like pearls and flakes as well. And then, any personal notes, tips and tricks, you know, or maybe you could get autographs from like your favorite painters as well. I think that would be pretty dope. But yeah, I bought this from Coast Airbrush a while back, and I just like having it around, along with my magazines and stuff. I just think it's like a pretty informative thing. Let's see. Ivan, let's see. You wrote, I usually do a 50-50 SG and reducer and add my candy to whatever color shade I like usually. lighter than what I'm looking for. Add more quotes and choose the one color. Yeah, that's dope. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I have a feeling, bro. That's what I'm gonna end up doing because I was saying like 8 101. So I think I'm gonna go like um up to like the 20 and then of SG 100 and then the reducer, the 50. And then from let's say from 40 just a little bit up, I'm gonna consider that like the one part. And then bam, that'll be the candy. I'll most likely drop that in there at the end, bro. But hell yeah. Let me see. What's up, George? Builds by George Juarez, man. Thank you for tuning in right here with us. Steve Courtney, Scale Customs. What's up, man? Hell yeah. Let's see. Silver base with flake is more of the medium candy shade. On pearl white, it's more lighter candy mix. Dang. That's cool, man. And then see, Courtney says 2 to 1 is for the spray gun, not airbrush. All right, all right. Let's see. Don't forget, dust the paint. Don't go heavy with the candy. Yep. Hell yeah. Hey, Paint Maverick. Remember that one time when we took that paint class many years ago, and that one dude, he was spraying candy and he was going heavy, bro, like super heavy. He had a line, like there was people waiting for the to be next, and I think he even I think he like finished the paint, like whatever they had mixed in those jars, it was already like really low. It was funny. I was like, damn, I don't know, everybody was there to learn, it was different levels and stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, Ivan's right. Going lighter would be good for sure. Let's see. Oh, is that what they use? The rocket clear? Yeah, because I remember they cleared the boards in that class because it's 3 days and it's like they're trying to crank out like a project each day and to have it done. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, yep, crunch time. Let's see. Up there for too thick, I'm more reducer. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm digging what you guys are telling me right now. Giving me some info and feedback regarding like the paint. That's good. Let's see. So let me uh let me open this up. Let me grab a pipette. Let me see what I have. Hopefully I have like a long one. That way I could just easily grab like what I need. But if not, I'm just gonna. Oh, here we go. Ooh, I found a long one. Yeah, I need to buy a bunch of these longer ones because I have pure like those little tiny ones. All right, so let's open this up. Let me get the other glove too, and then I'm gonna put on the mask. I have a little fan that I attached on the table. So later I'm gonna show you guys like an update on the desk so far because what ended up happening is I was before this table. This was always the table I was using back then, and when I lived at the apartment, right, a while back. And what happened was later once we moved, this table stayed in the house, but I was using it more with my daughter to like for her to color and just do activities and stuff. But then later we got her another table and she's been using that now. So this table was just chilling there and there's just random things being stacked on it. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna bring this table back with me. So the previous table I was using was actually like a folding table, like the ones you'll use like at a party or backyard or whatever. I was using one of those tables, so I ended up having to put put that folding table back away because that thing was starting to bend in the center. It wasn't flat anymore, and I was like, oh, that sucks. Everything was like uneven, very off. This table's a bit more solid. I wish it was one of those adjustable ones that goes up and down, but it's not. It's just a regular stock kind of table. For now, this works, and I was able to get another cutting mat. So now I have two cutting mats just to seal it all in there, make it look a lot cleaner, and yeah, this is working out better right here. So little by little, guys, making the changes, getting some previous stuff, bringing that back, and also you know, trying to add new things. So, all right, I'm gonna put on the mask, and you'll probably be able to hear me a little bit, but it's gonna sound a little bit different. But just hang out. All right, so let's open this up. Dang, let's see. All right. Yeah, this is gonna take a little bit. I wonder if four pores, but we'll see. Say, I wish I had another camera angle, because right now would be the point where I would press a button and we change the camera angle to show more of a bottom angle, just so you guys could see what I'm doing from this angle. But I hope you guys like this aerial kind of view from the top. I had to put my phone a bit higher on the stand. All right, we're almost reaching halfway. We're almost there. It just takes a little bit time because it's a bigger pipette. But everything's clean. You know, we're not making a mess right now. Everything's coming out pretty clean. I think if I would have used the other little cup to pour in to scoop, that would have been fast. But I think I would have made a mess for sure. All right, we're getting there. All right, let's see. Just a little bit. All right, cool. Let's pour this back. All right, I'm gonna put this over here. There we go. Now let's cover this up. I'm just gonna press it with my fingers. These cans work, they're cool, but what sucks about them is that if you got one of those little hammers with the rubber part and you start hammering it in, it starts to dent all this, and I don't like that. It like I've had that happen with other stuff. I'm like, man, it sucks. It looks all messy. It looks pretty whack. Okay, so now we have here. Let me look it up. Up to the 20 right here. Up to the 20. Now we're gonna put reducer. Dang, let's see. All right, this one, I'm gonna just take this off right here. I'm gonna get a little shop towel because I don't know what it is, man. Every time with this reducer, every time I pour it, there's always a little bit when I'm putting it back that's gonna fall out. So I just want to be ready. Here we go. See? That's why this is like this. That's funny. All right, so now we're 50-50 right there. All right, so here we go, guys. We're gonna open this up. It's probably gonna get all nasty right now. See, I still have the little cap, like when you buy these, that's how they give them to you. Let's see how much of this pink stuff comes out. There's like no air in here. Let's see. Dang. I might have to use like a tool or something to get this out. This thing's so fucking tight. Ah. Let's see. Damn, look at that. Here we go. It's coming out. It's coming out. Whew. Breathe, man. Dang. Let's see, guys. That's why I brought this. We're gonna shove it in here. And we're gonna twist it. Dang, dude. The elements of look at this. Oh, this is nasty. Look at this. Kind of looks like a Jolly Rancher, but whatever. Let me get more. Let me get some more in here. Hopefully the stick does not break, because it feels pretty tense in there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop this up. Look at that. That's crazy. I'm very curious though, to see if I could bring this to life. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. This is crazy. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it in there. Let's see what happens. Because everything's all like... And I use the other stick to grab more from it. But like I said, if this does not work, oh well. I'll do another another batch. Here, let me just try to scrape some of this off. Damn, it's so thick. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave this overnight, guys, so I don't think I'll be able to use it right now. Just because like this stuff needs to... I need to bring it back from the grave. I feel like I'm doing a little science experiment here with you guys. Damn. I'm just trying to think, like, what if this was it? What if I couldn't get any more candy? Like, what if this was, like, the last resort? Dang, yeah, we gotta wake this up, man. Let's see. I'll probably pour a little more reducer in there. But yeah, it's starting to come off the stick, that's for sure. Ah! Uh-oh. Got some on the glove right there. It's all good. But yeah, it's starting to be transparent. Yeah, imagine like guys that get like their hands on Murano, like the real Murano or real candy, and they're like, damn, we gotta wake it up. I wonder how that stuff is over the years. Yeah, and this always tends to happen to me with pink candy all the time. All right, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna grab a little more. You know what? Here, let me try this. Yeah, let's just toss them in there. Why not? Because there's not much in here anyway. And like, if it ends up working or not, I mean, we're always gonna... We could always buy more, you know? Maybe I could go to Coast first and pick up an ounce, and then go to the computer store. Oof. Well, we'll see. Yeah, because this is just candy concentrate right here. The KK. Oh, dang. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll just throw that in there. Why not? That whole batch. Damn, this is a messy science experiment. All right, there we go. Got it off. Yeah, I'm gonna throw away these sticks because they look crazy. Just trying to rub the whole thing off. All right, cool. I'm just gonna let that sit there. There. All right. Let's seal this up. And I'm gonna shake it, and then I'm gonna put more reducer. Let's see what happens. It's still... I mean, it's turning pink, but we'll see what happens right now. It's if I see any clumps so far. But yeah, we'll have to let's see where we at. I'm gonna put just a... Should I put a little more reducer? Okay, let me get another little stick. I have more sticks. I have a bunch more sticks. Grab this on the walls right here. There we go. Oh, this thing looks nasty, guys. I'm just gonna seal it. I'm not gonna put that little red cap. There we go. Let's keep that right there. Let's see what happens. You know, we're gonna if this works, cool. If not, then dang, doesn't work. I'm thinking right now, maybe I should spray like a test panel or something on a different model, and then spray the candy on it, just to see what's up, see what happens. All right, so let me get all this off. I'm gonna throw a little bit more reducer in here, just a little bit. There, that's it. Shake it up. Now it's all bubbling. We'll check on it in a little bit right now. Let me just clean up. We'll check on it, and then we'll put it side to side with the blue one and see how it's doing. Let's see here. So this up. Yeah, he's gonna go in the trash. We'll hang on to this, but I'm probably gonna end up throwing it away. It doesn't really have much in there. Let's see here. I'm telling you, this reducer stuff gets everywhere. All right, and then all right, let me get a little piece of paper because I feel like a little bit of this stuff got over here. I'm gonna take off my mask in a bit. All right. Got a little bit of candy on the cutting mat. Right here. There we go. So it's not so sticky. It's like a package, this should be a present right here. There we go. This could be like a birthday gift right here. This could be like to, from. I'll give this to somebody. Here you go. Happy birthday. Now I'm playing. All right, let's take off the mask. All right. Whew. All right. Yeah, it smells like paint, but it's all good. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna check out the comments in a little bit right now, guys. Let me throw the mask back in the bag. All right, let's seal that up. It's starting to look transparent. What? Is it coming back? What the heck? See, this one looks a little bit darker. We'll find out. We'll find out later. Let's see what's up. If this is it, or if I need to pour maybe some more. But yeah, we got these two right here. Yeah, this one I've already used. I've used this one so many times. You know, now I want to revert back to pink. Oh, there's like a little piece right there that needs to settle in later. But yeah, starting to somewhat come together. But I think leaving it overnight and everything, I think it's gonna start to revive and come back to life. Let's see. And all right, so Steve says mine's like gel. It's just frozen up. Yup. Yeah, dude. I think it is, man. HOK Candy Pink. The old mix was bad. It would fade after some time, but the physics supposedly. Francisco, what's up, man? Let's see. Seems okay. Yo, what up, John? And when it's gassy now. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Ivan, what were you saying earlier about SG100? It says, do you shoot SG100 over flake to make it smooth before candy? Put some reducer in there too to wake up. Yeah, I don't. Let me bring out the car right now that we're kind of talking about this right now regarding the paint. I'm gonna open up the door too because I know it gets warm in here right now in the garage, but man, out there it's all cold. It's weird. So let me let some air in. Let me bring out the model. Okay, so here's a model right here. Um, let's see. So we have, I don't know, like in the flake. I mean, it's gonna be pretty rough. Like not everything's like smooth or anything like that. I still need a sand, like break the little line right here, the edge, because there's a little step right there. I didn't flake that part. I covered that. I back masked that part, but everything else is like pretty exposed. The same with this side. I need to get in here and just knock that down a little bit right there. So we have the whole front here, and then we have the back side right here as well. So with with this one, normally for the most part, like if I wanted to do any kind of tape outs, lay down tape lines and all that stuff, I just pretty much just tape right over this, and then lay down my paint and stuff, and then I'll just take off the tape. And I haven't had an incident where it comes off, where it lifts. Like everything's been fine. I've never had that happen. I remember a long time ago I did buy a spray bottle from Coast Airbrush that was just SG100, and I remember reading about it and them saying like, yeah, after you like uh, whatever you do when you paint, and if you want to protect your work, let's say you're gonna step away for a while, you're not gonna get to it, then spray SG100 like all over it. And I remember doing that at some point to a project, but it kind of like fogged it up, like it got weird, and I was a little worried, like, oh dang, did I like ruin it or what happened? But eventually later, I just stopped using it, and somebody was telling me like, nah, like everything's fine, like nothing, it wasn't anything crazy. uh, but what about you, Ivan? Do you do that? Do you shoot the SG100 over your model just so it gets in the little crevices? And if you do, like how like let's say you spray SG100 over it. Do you wait till the next day or hours until you start laying down tape, just so it's more of a smoother surface? And then after that, let's say you candy it, then you just clear coat. That's something I would want to know. Okay, I usually hit it with H100 patterns or not. Oh, right on. Okay. Yeah, I gotta see like what I gotta do. Let me put this away real quick, guys, and all right. So that's put away. Let me close this door now. Okay. So let's see. Let me see where. Let me look for my little sanding pads so I could show you guys real quick the ones that I tend to use whenever I'm gonna work like on something like that to knock down the area. Okay. All right, here they are. So I keep them in this little box. This is the God Hand sanding pads, and the size. Let me see here what we have in sizes. So I keep them in this little box. Let's see. So this is the 8,000, the 10,000. Let's see what else they have. 6 or 4. Yeah, that's too small. I'm gonna go with the highest. I'm gonna go with this one here, the 10,000. So I'll show you guys the um, the layout right here. And we'll put this one back. Oh yeah, they also do a 2,000. This is the 2,000. Oh, do I have it cut in the smaller one? For the, I think I have it over here. Okay, so this is the 2,000 right here. There we go. So, you know how how you guys already know, like, with sanding grits, it obviously starts a lot of the times from like, like a 180 or a 240, and then it starts to jump up to the 1,000. And then after the 1,000, now the set changes. It goes into like these whiter colors. So we have the 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000 to 10,000, and it just starts to get more fine as you go higher into the grit, where you start to notice even the shades, like the color. There's different shade, and even the coarse. You can see the grit there, and then it starts to get lighter. And then this one, you touch your fingers, you don't really feel anything. The 2,000, you do feel a little bit of like some roughness. Um, so what I am gonna try to do is use this grit right here, the 1,000, to knock down this transition line that you see right here, this edge that's sticking out. That was where I had originally my tape. When I had sprayed, the more layers of flake you keep spraying, that the product that it's mixed with, like the SU100, is gonna stack up. It's gonna build up. And I remember a long time ago, I had painted this caddy, and that line was huge. Like it was like sticking out like crazy. And I remember Armando telling me like, "Hey, you should sand that down, because what happens is when you clear it, it's going to you're gonna feel it with your finger, but it's just gonna stick out, So I was like, dang, all right, I gotta knock that down, but I didn't know how. And then he just told me just get like the highest grit of sanding to knock that down right there. So let's take it out of the stand. We haven't even took this off since we painted it. Let's take off the tape as well. Yeah, right now as I'm feeling the roof, I could feel feels pretty rough. from the flake. Right there. Even this thing is like a little bit flaked right there. All right, guys, so let's see. Let me see how I could position so I could get a little closer. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the sanding here, and I'm just gonna like kind of like push it up. Watch, you'll see. And like really lightly, like I'm not trying to like scratch or you just have to be very careful like on the edge. And it doesn't have to completely come off, but you're knocking down a little bit of it, of like the flake. It's almost like a tiny little kind of blend. Here, let me look at the, I don't know if you guys could see this. There's little tiny little pieces of flake right there. A lot of the times that's like stuff that's sticking up. So I'm getting it in here, and I'm just going like this. I could feel it as I'm pushing through it. Damn. It's almost like if you're cutting hair, giving someone a fade. Nah. Trying to blend it in real quick. A little taper. Nah. Here, let me clean this real quick. What should I use? All right. I just had to blow it. All right. So when I finish this one side, we'll compare it to the other to see if we notice a difference. But as I'm pushing through it, I could feel it, and I could kind of hear it making like a little scratchy sound. I don't think the mic is gonna pick it up because it's so not so loud. Watch, look, there's more flake right there on the edge. Ah, there we go. So we're right here. Let's continue. Okay. Just rubbing my finger to see how it feels. Okay, let's see. Let's compare it. So like this side we haven't done yet, but like I know like right here, it looks pretty big, like sticking out. And right here, it's not really sticking out so much. Let's compare. So this is the side I already did. Right now, I might have to do one more little pass. Like you can still see the line, but it's not too big. And this one we haven't done it yet, but I could see it a little bit more, the difference. So let's do the other side now. Okay. Let's see. I wish I knew how to pinstripe like this small, because with these transitions, a lot of the times too, like you can always like if you mess up or something, you could always pinstripe and cover that up. And that's kind of how they did it with 101 scale cars, is like to cover up blemishes, transitions. But yeah, this grit, it's you're safe. Like you're not gonna end up scratching the car, like where you're gonna knock off the paint. You're like, dang. If you're using something smaller like a 2000 or a 1000 grit, oh for sure, you're gonna cut through this easy. Okay. Now I'm just gonna analyze it. Let me do my finger. That looks a little like more lower than what it was before. Let me do one more pass. Yes, I see it now more from this angle. All right. Sorry guys if I'm a little quiet right now. I'm just trying to concentrate. I have my mouth open. Nah, I'm playing. I was talking to my homie about that. We are saying like how sometimes it's a trip. Like everyone's different, you know. And sometimes when you do stuff, like there's people when they're concentrated on something, they do like random things. Like sometimes you could be sticking out your tongue or mouth open, or I don't know. It's a trip though. How that how that tends to happen. Right now I was thinking about that. I was going, dang. I'm, I hope you guys aren't thinking like I'm quiet because I have my tongue sticking out, so I could concentrate. Okay. All right. Cool. So now let's see from down here. Oh yeah, I can see a little bit right here. Maybe I should put it lower. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little sideways. There you go. Dang, got a lot of it off right there. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys do this to your models? I don't know if you guys do this on your models. Whenever you're like working with flake. I'll check the comments in a little bit right now after I do this next little run. Then I'm gonna go sideways next. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna go sideways now. A little more aggressive. Just a T bit more. Just trying to blend in that line. Let's see. It's not sticking up so much. Like it's there, it's gonna be there, but it's just not sticking up so much how it was in the beginning. Beginning, I was like, dang. we go. Giving it that. Now let me check the other part up here. Yeah, I could feel it even up here, the top part. But let me flip it upside down. Yeah, it's like lifted, dang. I would have had a high point right here. Would have been like sharp with the flake. You see this part right here too? Yeah, because these are like little transition areas. Like I like how this blends in, you know? Like you can't really tell. It goes from here, no flake, and then flake. It's only right here where you could tell. But, you know, that's what we're trying to kind of get rid of, like blend in a little. I wonder if I should do that. Go against the grain a little. And see what happens, guys. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? All right. Let's do another side right here against the grain. All right. Okay. That's it. Yeah, I'm happy now. All right. So yeah, so like I've been thinking a lot about it. I don't think I'm gonna be doing like any kind of crazy like pattern. Um, my initial thought was this. So here, let me turn off this fan in the background. This fan's too loud. Okay. Um. Oh, hold on. Let me check the comments real quick. Let's see. Let's see through light code says 100 and wetted and 1000 light to smooth. Oh, nice. Um, clear. I've never done the clear instead of the SG100. There's that other one. Man, I don't know. Is it the metal jewel? Not metal jewels. It's another one. Another component that they also from the Shimmerin 2 line that I have. I just didn't bring that one out. Let me see. You can get paint markers that are as thin. Oh yeah, you're right. To fill it in right there. If you like see what you're doing right now. Oh yeah, now you're right. That makes a lot of sense. What's up, Gonzo? What up, man? Let's see. Yeah, so I've thought about that, like clearing it, but I already know that for myself, like a lot of times when I clear it, you know, it like it'll shrink. Like I'll put a lot of clear, but it still shrinks because it goes into all the little crevices. But then what ends up happening is you know, I have to like re kind of like reapply more clear or whatever. I've only done that even with like the like let's say the size of a skateboard, you know. Um, and for this one, I've never done anything for like a smaller scale like this to clear and then you know add the rest of the stuff just because I'm always thinking like what if it's too thick at the end, you know. But I might have to try it. Um, maybe not with this one here now, but with another one. Um, but Have you done that with your builds? Let me know. Let me know if how that works, or any of you guys, if you guys done that. I'm curious now um, about that. So what I was thinking about doing up with this car is like the way it is right now, right? Like very lightly canning the whole car, right? But counting my strokes. So let's say I do like, let's say 3 passes, right? Like I go 1, 2, 3, but starting from the bottom, right? Like 1, and then tilt it a little, then 2, 3, right? And then over here the same, because there's gonna be an overlay, because I'm gonna be using the let me show you guys the airbrush I'll be using. It is the HPTH, which is the pistol grip. And this one, it shoots a pretty big fan pattern. It's a pretty big fan pattern. So like when I have the model in the booth, right? If I start from the bottom and like I do like a pass, that's already one. But let's say if I go 1, 2, 3, like I'm already layering. It's gonna get obviously dark, right? But I want to go light. I just want to get a nice light pink. So it's gonna be like 1, and then 2, and then 3. And I'm tilting this with this hand, and then rotate it. Do the same from the bottom. 1, 2, and then 3, and then stop, and then do the same. Repeat this process. So just 3, 3, 3, and then the front 3. Then for the top, I'll be facing it like this, towards me, towards my face. And then I'll just do a pass right here, like 1, and then the center, 2, and then the top 3. It's gonna be pink, but it's gonna be really light, like a light color pink, right? Um, you'll be able to notice two textures, like what's flaked and what's not pink. So then once that would be dry, I mean, it dries quick. Then my initial thought was thinking, all right, well, I'd probably tape up here, like inside this panel, not laying it on the flake, but more above the flake line. Now, putting a piece of small little thin green tape, and then backmasking and covering up like the whole top portion of the model, let's say. So now I have this whole bottom section to play around with. I could either darken it, like maybe I'll throw a fade, like if I spray the tape, then it'll be like just, I could probably do like 4 passes, like directly on top of that, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And even though everything's been pink, but it's just gonna intensify it right here, right? And then I could take that off. So then I'll have like from dark to like light pink. And then this will still be pink, but then I've been thinking about layering some tape in here and doing like some kind of like design. So then this way I could backmask everything and just have that little section, and then spray it um instead of like 4, something different from this, I could do like an odd number, like a, I don't know, like 7 or something, I don't know. So then what would happen is I would like later take off that tape. So now you have 2 different tones of pink, right? Like some graphic, and then underneath it. Um and then this section could be like another pink, and then mirror the same thing over here on this side. That's kind of been something I've been thinking about on that. I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything wild like on the top, unless if like, I don't know. I've also been thinking like, well, what if, I know it's already silver, but I could still backmask this and say, let me hit it with some white and then some pearl, and then hit that with pink. I don't know. Um, like I'm not in a rush, but I know I could take that extra step if I wanted to add some pearl combined with it, But that's kind of been like an initial thought I've been thinking about as far as that. The one thing I don't want to do is like right now, let's say it's all silver, right? And then I start to layer like tape over it, and I'm covering the silver, and then I start to focus on panels and all this and that. And then at the end, like I take everything off, and then everything is like in different shades or a pattern or whatever. But then I still have that silver line underneath. You know, I've done it before already with builds, and I kind of wasn't a fan of it. After I was always like, dang, I wish I would have covered that. You know, because I've seen some paint jobs on 101, like on real cars, where they love leaving a lot of that stuff on, and they won't paint it at all, and that's cool. But I don't know. It just seems like like I don't know. I don't know how to explain. Like I maybe those paint jobs. I don't want to say they're basic, but I'm like, dang, like I think they could have done a little more or something. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm still learning as I go. I don't know. It's just to me, it doesn't appeal to me like that. Like I do want to cover it up and see what's up. I'll have to bring a car like from my house to show you like the example. Um, but I don't know. I mean, that's the fun part about this. You could play around. You could do a lot of different things with it. Oh, let's see the pink right here. Dang. Yeah, I think it looks good so far. Like, and I was thinking too, maybe what I could test this on is some some wheels or something, like some centers that I have, because I know I was gonna paint the centers with the pink as well. Um, but yeah, when I'm gonna get ready to spray this stuff, I'm pretty much gonna have to bring everything like out and spray it all together so it matches. But I have to be counting in my mind, like, what I want to do, like as far as like the like layering over. Um, but yeah, definitely want to um, gotta see what's up. Let's see, let's see. Yo, what up, Bugs? What up, man? Thank you for hanging out right here. Let me see. Yeah, George. Nah, I agree, man. It's that's the cool thing about this stuff. It's the freedom of of what you want to do. Um, but just hopefully, people get ideas, to try it out. I know a lot of people tend to buy like the ready to spray, and that's cool, you know. But later, like if you get a little bored with it and you want to switch it up and you want to kind of create your own mixes, you could do that. You could combine like these two colors right here. You could get like a purple. You could do a lot. You could do a lot of stuff. Um, there was a time too where I had mixed a pearl paint color, and Armando was telling me, "Hey, do you have any? Let me look at your candies. What do you have?" So then I had this. I think it was. I don't know if it was like an Aztec gold. I can't remember, but it was somewhat of a like a gold color that that they were doing. So I had this like gold pearl, and then he told me you should add some candy into that pearl to bring it up and make it more rich. And I tried that, and I really loved the way that mix looked on that. It was that's what I ended up using on my Hudson Hornet, that color. And I had a little bit left, like on a little like a little jar that I kept through the years. But then eventually, I think I gave it away, that little jar of paint, like whatever I had left. But I do remember painting like a Hot Wheel with it. I took a 64 apart. Let me see if I can find it right here. I have all my stuff right here now. Oh, here it is. I think it should be in here. Better be in here. Imagine it's not here. I'm like, dang, it's gone. Oh yeah, it's in here. All right. So I have this box here. Real quick, we're just gonna go on this little box right here. Damn. Let's see. Yeah, it's an old sticker right there. All right. So these are like some old. This is the color right here that I mixed, and then I painted this. What is this? A 64. Let me open it up so I'll show you the color. I think I cleared it. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So this. There you go. This is before I knew how to take it apart properly. I think I just like messed that up, but this is that color. So this is the same paint that I used on my Hudson Hornet. I used it on this car right here. And this is a 64. But at this time, I mean, I was just playing around wanting to paint, you know, my like anything really. But when I wanted to go more for like a smaller scale, 164 scale, and I was like, you know what, let me airbrush that color, see how it lays on there. And then this is a 65 that I had sprayed the Orion Silver, and no, I don't think I flaked it. And I cleared it, but I never got around to going anything further from that. But I could now though, And then the last, oh yeah, and then I painted. I think I did the same with this, but I was trying to uh, do patterns on it with this small tape right there. That's funny. This is like old tape. Yeah, this thicker one's really hard to work with, And I was just kind of just playing around with the tape, trying to get like these edges, and then this is Hasegabo tape. This tape's already comes cut. It's like the size of a like hair right there. It's a trip. Let's see, do I have it with me here? I don't know if I have that tape here with me. Let me check. Thought I did have it to show you guys. Where did it go? Cause yeah, it's a small tape. I have it on my website too. That tape. Oh, here it is. Let me show you guys real quick. And we're just getting into a tangent right now regarding tapes. So on the website, I think I have the 0.5. This is 0.3. Watch, look at that. That little black thing right here, that's the tape. It's like the size of a hair right there. I don't think a lot of people know about this. I've told people about it, I've talked about it, but I don't know. Like for people who want to do patterns on the 164 scale stuff, you could use this. Save some time cutting tape. You could use this. But I have two sizes, 0.3 and the 0.5. The 0.5 I have in stock for sure. The threes I might be out, but I'm getting more in later this month of August. They're going to be coming in. But anyway, so that's this. Let's see what else I have. I think I painted this car with the House of Kolor pink. And yeah, I think this is the one that you could adjust on there too. I think, yeah, this is when they did a collab with like Ravel. See, none of that's painted, like detailed or whatever. But yeah, this is the dang, you have the back standing up. I can't even see it, but yeah, these are just some of the cars I have in my little, I guess, collection. You could say. I don't even display them. But yeah, these are others I was like thinking, man, one day I'm gonna take these apart and repaint them. Yeah, this one too. Cause I had them in package, but I was like, man, I'm gonna open these up because if not, they're just gonna be in the package, and I'm not gonna put them on my wall. I don't even have space. Oh, on this one, I think I did that rainbow flake. It just looks weird because it's red, and then I did that rainbow thing over it, and it just, I don't know, it looks like dust. It looks dirty. It doesn't look right. And this is a 62 Bel Air. This is like my favorite car. Like I kind of regret doing it. I'm like, damn, this is like one of my favorite cars, the 62 Bel Air. So who knows? I might actually sand this, scuff this down, and just redo it. Why not? I'll have to redo this one. Um, do you guys collect these too? Like, are you guys into the 164 scale stuff too, or is it just strictly strictly model cars and not even one die cast. You're like, hell nah, dog. Get those away from me. I don't want to see them. Let's see. Nah, thanks, man. Yeah, this one, I think it's like a pagan gold, bro. But I was saying that I added candy to it too, and and it just gave it it like enhanced it a bit more, you know. But yeah, let's see. I don't even think this is a hog. I think this is a different brand, but I really like. It's like a different. It's I guess at 164, but it looks bigger. Let's see. And then I was trying to paint like this one here, like a JDM kind of car. I just like how wild it looked right here. And I only primered it, stripped it, and primered it. But I think with this one, I was learning now how to properly take them off. I had to drill like the new things on and all that. But before, hell, I didn't know what I was doing, man. Then I met this dude, HHW Customs, and he started to show me like this is how you do it. Oh dang. So I had to buy the whole kit. Dang, like this una bombita right here. Still need to paint this thing, this little thing too. Bring this to life. Primered it and just left it alone. But yeah, these will come around later, guys. You know, these are just little pieces right here. Damn, this is a 39. Forgot I even had this. This looks like that panel like that I was talking about. Crazy. White. Interior. Right there, the little shifter. Cars, that movie. Maybe I should do a custom of that one. Man, I haven't. Man, I'm getting too excited. Let me put this away. Yeah, you guys are like, hey, dog, I don't want to see those cars. Get that out of here, dog. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, so going back to the paint, you know, I'm gonna be going with the candy pink. I'm gonna candy out the whole car. We're gonna be doing that right there, and we're gonna be using this. So that's just to spray the whole car because that airbrush is gonna give it coverage completely, right? And then when I want to do like my fades and whatever, like small, then we're gonna use this airbrush, the HPCS right here. This is like the little ninja right here. This is like, I don't know, man. This is that one that like I wonder how far this will go. Like if you like grabbed it from my hair and you had to like just throw it down the street, this thing would fly far, man. This one, it might, but the weight of it, it won't make it that far. But this is like the little ninja right here, you know? This is a pretty cool one. You know what? Someone had mentioned, I can't remember the name right now, but they were telling me that they were telling me about this. They're going, yo, I think you have this backwards. Right here where it curves down, they're like, I think you're supposed to have it the other way. And I was like, oh dang. I didn't even notice that. So let's see if we could do it right now. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, do I even have to do all this? Oh yeah, maybe. There we go. Man, this thing feels a little dirty. Let's see, let's take it apart. I don't feel like cleaning that, but let's check it out. All right, no, we're good. Yeah, I didn't realize. I was like, what? I put it backwards. I was like, oh man, it happens, you know. It happens. It happens sometimes. Ah, no, this thing. Watch me put this backwards now. There we go. Ah, this is a little tricky part. Let's see. Yeah, but I'm just chilling now, guys. I was like, you know, Saturday, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna paint this car tonight or what. And then I was like, I have to I actually have to do some things before all that, some steps, you know? So I was like, I better come in here and start start working on this car, you know. Yeah, I think I had to put this in first actually. There we go. There we go. And you guys are probably shaking your head like, what is this one doing? There we go. We're in, guys. There we go. Oh yeah, it feels way better. What the heck? Oh yeah, this feels a little dirty, actually, the needle. Let me clean it real quick while we're here. Yeah, so I was just like, you know, chilling. I was like, let me try to get this going at least, get some things started and hang out with you guys. I wasn't sure who was awake or what was kind of going down tonight, you know. Um, just staying home, you know. So we got some lacquer thinner right here. Let's see. Yeah, man, I'm craving coffee right now. Should have made a coffee. All right. So earlier this was a little like rough. So now this lacquer thinner is got rid of it. So now it's smoother right there. This little needle right here. There we go. The little thing right here. Set. Is this needle coming out? Yep. We're good. All right, this one's good. Right there. Dang. All right, so this one's good to go. Let's see this one. The cool thing about this one is it has the fan tip, but you can screw this off. You can remove it, remove the fan tip, and you can put a whole other tip on there. And you get like the regular ball, I guess ball tip. I don't know if that's how you say it. Balls tip. Let's see. Right there. All right. All right. So right here, that's my release. Oh, this is kind of crooked. Hold on. Let me. The thing is, these the horns. You have to kind of right there, get it centered, and then you got to twist this right there. The horns right there. Los colmillos right there. The fangs, the teeth right there. All right, we're good now. All right, so those two are ready. I have another size of this cap right here, the or cup cap. Let's see, where's this thing at? Ooh, let me show you guys. Right now that we're on special of show and tell. Get that thing. It's huge. Sorry about the cap now for this one. It's like this thing's big. Like what the hell? Not even gonna use that much paint. I've seen the ones, and even I think it goes from this cup to this cup, and then like a massive cup. And it's like, damn, you gotta. I don't know. I can't see myself filling this up. I just bought it just to have it, but I never use it. You know. And I'm like, dang, this is the one I use the most right here. All right. So we have those. We're gonna put this one away. These House of Kolor products. Let me drink some water real quick, guys. I'm getting thirsty. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta color these too. the seats. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm gonna have to paint when the sesh goes down. Let me look at the comments, guys. Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah, the magenta's dope, man. That was 65 and flake also. New patterns flake cleared. Spray the flake when I sand it, just sitting waiting to get done. Oh, nice, nice. I've never, Steve. I've never used that citrus strip to strip the models. I never use those. I know, man. Slowly, you're like talking about the M3 screws. I gotta definitely get some screws for that right there. You know, let me also check something out here. Let me bust out the tail lights because I know I had talked about that last time regarding the HIQ part tail lights. Let's see here what we have. Okay, here they are. I was looking at them the other day. And then for the interior, forgot to mention to you guys, I was looking through my stash of stuff and I ended up finding this here that I'm most likely going to be using for my console display. Ah, here we go. I just need to pick one. I need to pick one of these. And then behind that, you get the kit gave me one of these. Because I used one of them for the Hudson Hornet from that build. So I'm going to be using whatever's left. I'm going to pick one of these to see what fits on the dash for the build as well. So I'm keeping that in here. So when the day comes, I'll be able to bust that out. And then this diamond pattern mesh will also be in the rear of the car as well. And then there's just a bunch of other parts that I'm not gonna be using that are in here. There's a lot of parts I'm not gonna be using from this one. That just stays at the bottom right there. Let me open these up though. Let's check these out quick. Okay. Oh, what's this? Okay. Let's get the nippers here. Oh shit! What the hell? All right. Keep that there. All right. Let's see. I want to see something real quick. Okay. So I guess these are supposed to go in the rear. Just wanted to do a somewhat of a test fit. What am I doing? Like, why do I even have this for then? I'm not going to use it. That's the other way. Cheap. Oh my dang. There we go. So I don't want to push the other one in too much. I'm not trying to get it stuck, but all right, something like that, right? There we go. Got it out. So then, been thinking about maybe changing that to the other tail lights. Either this one, 3.5, or the 3. Let's see. Would it even fit in there? No, it's probably like a 4. Dang, a 4. It's even bigger. Man, I'm scared. Let's see. Maybe this size. I would have to like cut and sand, or not. No, I think I could just trim it. But let's see, a 4. Is a 4 pretty accurate to the size, or is it too big? All right, let's see. Yeah, I talked about these the last time. Now they give you these little edges, so when you put them in. My thought was to use this like ring for the rears, and pop that in, not through the behind it, but like in front of it. It's gonna stick out, but it's okay. I don't mind if it sticks out. I mean, it would look cool if it was like flush, but then again, I've seen some cars where they'll put like tail lights from like a 1960 Impala or something like that. It looks pretty dope. Something different. But let's see. Get a little texture right here. All right. All right, so let's do this. Gotta open this. Or else how are we gonna know? Okay. Man, these look pretty nice. I just need one for now. It's nice and polished. I'm gonna lay it down next to there's how the back looks. Then I put 3 lights. Impala. Nah. Check it out. Let me see if I can zoom in. So my initial thought was to, even though it's already flaked, it's all good. I can still shave these off, make those flat and flush, and then replace that with this, with these rings. With these anillos. Oh, come on. Let's see, hold on. Oh, there we go. Let me put it sideways. Better, where it falls. So 2 of these, right? So they could stick out a little, the little ring. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it looks all nice and shiny right now, but I wonder if when I put the light in, if it's even gonna look like that. So here, I'll leave it zoomed in. Let me see how more I could get in there. Might be able to get in more, but here, I want to cut this out. This red piece, let's cut it out. Okay. Oh, oh no. Great. It landed right on my lap. Got it. Like the worst time for that to happen is I'm trying to do this live. If it happens. Trying to cut all these little daggers that are sticking out. So this way, hopefully it fits in there flush. And I could glue it. I could always sand the back or file it down, but let's see. We're gonna find out right now. Let's see. Does it fit? Oh yeah. It sticks out a little, but I like it. Look at that. Right there. Like right now it looks flush, then put it sideways. Sticks out like that much. Let me look at the box art. See, like right here, it shows it like that, like flush or whatever. But mine, I could either leave it like this, sticking out this much. Oh, dang. I'm not dropping it. Or I could still cut this in half. And we can still make it work. Like a little smaller. Now let me cut the other one. Let's see. So this is the other one. The other one is just like a circle. It's almost like they didn't fill in the oh. Huh. Okay. I wonder if this one that's like more hollow is supposed to go on the inside and the solid one on the outside. Well, we're gonna find out right now. Yeah, it fits. Man, oh shoot, I was gonna drop it again. Wait, it's kind of off a little. Ah. All right, let me put them sideways, and then I'm gonna zoom out, just because it's already been zoomed in for minutes. Right there, look at that. You got the two for the rear. It's just a tiny little detail, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it so far. But I think I am going to cut this in half just because, I don't know, it's sticking out a lot. And let me see what I have. Here, let me see if I could cut it right now with the tool. I might have to put tape or something because hopefully I don't lose it. I mean, if I lose it, I can always, I guess, create a new one with some material or something in red for a rear tail light. But let's try this out. Let's see if this will work. Let me bust out this little cutter. All right, let's see. Ah, it just feels weird using my other hand. My right. Let's see, maybe like right there. Let me time this. No, let me go a little bit more. Right there. Booyah. The only thing I don't like, it's kind of tilts a little. Like I almost fear it's not gonna be flat. Like it's gonna be slanted as I'm doing the cut. Let's see if it cuts it. What if I break the? What if I break it? Because it's not supposed to cut that thick. All right, before I do the chop, let me pop these babies in here. I don't want nothing hitting my eye. All right, guys, let's put them on. No, I'm putting them on the camera. All right, right here. Nah, it's too. Let's see, that's not the spot I want it. Here we go. Oh, my head's all hitting this thing. Sorry. I just want to look at the back. This is tedious. I need it to be. It's only got one shot. One shot. Before I make this cut, and that's it. If I don't do it, there's no more chances, guys. Gonna have to scrap the kit. Stop the whole project. Delete the series on the internet. The interwebs. Nah, joking. Let's see. All right, here we go. Book. Book. All right, here we go. Hopefully it doesn't fly out. I'll put my finger right here. Oh, dang. Did you hear that? It crunched it. Yeah, we don't need this. This is trash. This is the part we need. It's right here. All right, let's test it now. Man, these parts are so small. I'll most likely use white glue. There we go. And then this is how much it's going to stick out, which is probably better. Not too much. Just a little bit. Nice. Happy. All right. Oh, and it kind of matches the other one too. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of there. Yeah, one's a little bit sticking out a little more than the other, but that's okay. Gotta have a little bit different than the other. So yeah, because even on the stock ones, one's sticking out more than the other. Perfect. All right. Well, not perfect, but close to perfect. All right. Yeah, you guys got me excited right now. I haven't even checked the chat yet. I'll check those right now. Let's see. Let me just snip this. All right. And then I'll lay it down right now. And we're going to cut this one too. So that way they're measured the same. What do you guys got going on tomorrow? Sunday. You guys working, chilling? Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna be with my family right here at home. No plans. You know, maybe a couple errands. Go to the grocery market or whatever. Grab some things for the house and just kind of just chill. You know, and be back here. No, nothing. No obligations. You know, like nothing crazy that we gotta do. Oh, there we go. Crunch time. That's the trash, the debris. Now let me get my bit right here. That's what I want. I kind of cut it at an angle. Damn. I knew this was going to happen. Let me see if I could fix it. You kind of cut it at an angle. Let's see if we could correct this. We'll give it another go right now. Another little cut here. Ah, this thing lifted up. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's still, you know what? I'm gonna have to get like my either a hobby knife or a file to kind of clean this up. But let's try the hobby knife first. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. We got some of that excess off right there. That was giving it that little slant. Let's get the other one. It's like it comes in a 3-pack. Interesting. I mean, this would be perfect for Impalas, right? You could use these like on a 64 Impala. But like this is just 2, so it kind of throws it off. Like you're gonna be left with like an extra. Let's get the other one. All right, there we go. Oh damn, I might have to shorten the other one a little bit. Or maybe not. We'll see. I just need to glue them. But there, I have those, and then I'm gonna grab later another pack. So then this is gonna be the other light, the other piece that will go with that as well. Here, let me adjust the camera because man, my head hit this thing. I know. I need to bring it back. I just gotta clean it up right here. On these parts right here. There you go. And then so those things I'm gonna put them back in this baggie along with those rear tail lights. So this way I know that they are there. I'll probably bust one of them out later, just so they don't get lost. Let me toss them in here. Gotta be safe. Then later on, I'll be like, damn, I lost them. They're all right here in this little baggie. Nice. So, I've said before that, sometimes I like to buy like one of when I order for my distributor, and I'm happy with this right now, and I like this design, and I see some potential. So I'm most likely gonna be ordering a bunch of these and having them in my online store, in case if people want to get them or try them out. Um, it looks like a pretty solid product right there to be used. All right, guys. So the next thing I need to do is this. Um, since I've been playing with those lights right now, now that came off, that just means that I have to remove the lip off of those rear tail lights. I gotta remove this, even though it's already flaked or whatever. It's all good. We could still do it. Let me just see if I could find the little case where I have this bit that I wanted to use. Hopefully it's here. Because if it's not here, then it's gonna suck. It's gonna hold it back. I'm gonna be wasting time looking for it. Let me see. Let me check here. Is it here? Nope. 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 This. Got stuff everywhere right now. And where'd I put it? It's a flat chisel bit, but like it's like a small one that I use for it's by Tamiya, but I have it in this little box. Oh, I think I know where it's at now. I think it's in my other case. Let me see. Is it right here? Man, it's not here. Thought it was here. Dang, it's not here. What the heck? It's like a little flat chisel bit. If not, I'll probably have to use something different. But man, I really wanted to use that one just because it's small. It's like a really nice, cute little chisel bit. But I guess we're gonna have to settle for something else. Because this one's kind of big. I don't know if I want to use this one. Might have to though. This one's kind of big. The other one would have been perfect. But I don't even know where I put it right now. Yeah, no, it's not coming up. All right. Oh, well. Let's see what we can do. So I wanted to basically flatten out, like take out these, watch, you'll see right now. Let me, I'm gonna scrape these off. Here, let me go this way better, backwards. You see that? Like just cutting off the, see, but I gotta be careful because this is wide. This is huge. And the other one, it's a smaller bit that you can cut off this piece. And I basically need to flatten this. Like, I know I could have done this before, you know, I could have sanded it, I could have done a lot, but, you know, I had seen those little pieces later after I had done all this work. And I thought, man, you know what? I think those would work. But I already painted the car, I flaked it. I was like, yeah, but it's never too late, you know, to add these things. Just got to be a little patient. Okay, let me bust out my knife now. Let me see, just a little bit. Maybe I'll do this better to be safe. I'll go in there. Yeah, but you know, wanted to show you guys this just to know that it's never too late. It's never too late. Just be careful. And I gotta cut it because I'm not gonna be able to sand it or anything, you know. And the we'll do a little test fit with that thing. We'll lay it on top. We'll see if we can make it work. We'll make it work. Imagine if we don't, it all fails. Right? Dang. We got to scrap the project again. Right, we're getting there. I'll check the chat in a little bit right now. See, I wish I had a big screen that I could just look up. Okay, that's a little bit flat, a little bit. Right, let me get one of these. Let's see right now. Moment of truth. Yeah, no paint today, bro. Because this paint was how to bring it to life. It was all jacked up. I think I'm gonna paint it on the next one, bro. I need to let the paint sit. So it doesn't get all messed up. I had to mix it earlier. Let's see. There we go. Boom. So yeah, this I'll glue it here. I wonder if a magnet will work too. Put a little magnet, but then they'll move around. So yeah, these are gonna stick out like that. Right there. Hell yeah. Digging that. There we go. So I gotta do the same thing for the other side. All right. All right, so we're gonna stop on that side. We're gonna go now on this side. It just feels easier with the hobby knife right now. Instead of using the, I kept mentioning the chisel bit, but since I don't have it, I don't know where it's at. We're gonna have to roll with this, but this seems fine. I'm almost done, guys, right here. Hold on. One more. Uno más, uno más. Ya mero. Hoping my camera's capturing this. I'm not staring at it. Oh, dang. Probably not. Yeah, it almost feels like when I'm putting it close to my face or like my eyes, it's like the camera is like right there. I feel like my face is gonna hit the camera. Because I had hit it earlier. I kind of moved it. I think that's good enough right there. Let's see, just tilt it sideways. They're not sticking out anymore like the stock ones. The holes are a little wider, just a little bit, but they're a little bit more like tapered in. Okay, cool. Now I need to bust out my cleaner because the table, there's like stuff everywhere now. Even little bits of like flake Let me put this away before the steam eats it up. There we go. Throw it in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna get different sizes in this HIQ parts set. Let me get a bunch of them, and they only offer 2 different designs. But yeah, I'm gonna be definitely getting more in that size there. The candy's looking fine. I feel like it definitely the reducer helped it a lot. Bring it back to life. Kind of looks sprayable. Let's see. Sick. I'm gonna build a model real quick. I'm not throwing it. All right, comments. Let me peep the comments. The chat. All right, so let's see. All right, so Ivan, you're asking me if I'm going to paint. Let me see. Right now it's 11:30. I'm craving a coffee, bro. I don't know. I think if I have that coffee, I'm down. But let's see. Want to learn old school interior style, but mirrors to do these model cars we tried many times and still can't get the look to look good yet. Oh, okay. With mirrors. Oh, you know what, Bugs? Regarding the mirrors, I've been mentioning in some of the magazines, I had mentioned how like what material is that? Like the little mirrors, because I almost feel like it's like a foil or something that it's either it's either gets cut or like folded. Here, let me get this a little closer over here. And it ends up giving it that like that cut, like that look or whatever. And yeah, man, I kind of have had that same kind of thing. I've never done it before, but it looks good in these paint jobs that people do. You know, not paint jobs. The interiors. Sorry. Man, I think this will work. How could it not work? Let's see. Um, let's see. Oh, there we go. Steve says I use the mirrored cardstock or havoc tape. Ooh, there you go. That's a good lead right there. I think that's what it is. Let me see. Message. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what it is. Scrolling back. Oh, Ryan, see no evil builds was in the house. What's up, man? I don't know if he's still on. Um, Chester, what up? What up? Let me see. Show. Bam. All right, cool. I'm just checking out the rest of the comments right here, guys. I'm still here. Let me get the little stand right here. Let me look at the rest of the parts. This is already all flaked out too. Package tray. Dashboard. one of the seats. Yeah, these are kind of hard to hold. This one fell out. Stick. Yeah, this one fell. And then these are the centers. These aren't flaked at all. They're just silver. But yeah, it would be like this stuff, and then I gotta get these also on some like stands, because yeah, or else they'd fall for sure. Um, okay. Yeah, so the candies mixed from earlier, it was very clumpy, really nasty. You know, there's reducer in here, the SG 100, and now it looks more transparent. Looks pretty good. So, but still, I think I might leave this overnight, the just to revive it more, because it's been sitting, you know, through different temperatures, cold, hot, cold, and stuff, and it would suck if that thing would, you know, if those things would get so jacked up. Let me see. I'm gonna see something. Let me see if this holds. If this doesn't hold at all, then I'm gonna have to put this on a wand. Yeah, nah, this isn't gonna hold. I need to put these two on a wand. So when I spray them, because yeah, those things are gonna move around. It's gonna get hella annoying. There we go. Perfect. So I could just move it around and nothing crazy is gonna happen. Let me get this. Hold on off. All right, guys. So check it out. Damn, my phone's gonna die. Got a little bit of percent left. Um, I'm just gonna be ending the live stream in a little bit right now. That'll be tonight's. You know, that was tonight's live stream. Pretty much, for those that tuned in a little later and didn't get to see the beginning, just a quick recap. I ended up mixing the candy paint, House of Kolor, that's going to be used on the build. We also cleaned up some of the line that was on the edge of the model. We cleaned that up a bit, and then the rear, we ended up cleaning that out, flattening it a bit, just getting that prepped for the rear tail lights that are going to be set up right there. So at this point, it's just more about just getting these things ready, because the next time that I go live, as far as working on the Corvair, it's going to be paint time. It's going to be time to paint this car pretty much. You know, um, I'm gonna have to change the angle of the camera, have it more in the booth instead of here at the bench. Maybe after, you know, after stuff's been sprayed, we'll recap. But you know, like I said, I have a long week ahead, as far as like a free week where I'm gonna be able to do a lot of things, and hopefully I'll be able to jump on live more throughout the week. and see what's up from there. But I do hope and that it's a lot of progress gets done during this week coming up. You know, definitely want to be doing a lot of stuff right there. And yeah, I appreciate you guys like sticking around, tuning in, showing some love, and being part of the chat, hanging out and stuff. Like it's pretty fun. Like I'm really digging doing this. Like I like going live and stuff. I haven't gone live on Instagram or I tried Twitch the other day real quick just to see what it was about. It's very different. I'm digging the YouTube, more the YouTube platform right now, just because I like that the videos are saved, you know, and later I could always like download them and just do a bunch of stuff. With the other ones, it's like on Twitch, they just disappear and that's it. You can't even use them. Like they're done. I don't know. I think I need to unlock something or be on there for a longer time to unlock things. I still don't know it really well. I mean, I just got used to YouTube, like using it for so long. But now, I feel like I've been on here a lot more. Um, Within this last month, I was on it a lot more, and I just want to continue it. Still using my phone, got the mic, but later, I want to upgrade to some things so this way the layout changes and it starts to get a bit more better. But at least you guys got to see it from the beginning, the evolution as time goes on. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, and yeah, next time we'll do it up. So shout outs, See No Evil Builds, Slowly Models, OmniWorks, Luis, what's up, man? Builds by George Juarez, Bugs, Paint Maverick, Steve Courtney, Little Shop of Models. Let's see who else was on here. Chester, that's aka Bullet 87, and John, Francisco, and everyone else who's watching Katsu as well. So I'm gonna take off, guys. I'm gonna just wrap it up right here. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Have a good night and a good weekend. Peace out, guys. Later.